one shock. His name, Kekūhaupiʻo, a teacher. A lure master, he hunted a man-eating shark with only a spear. One of the greatest warriors of all time. Kokoiki, a star of prophecy, a child born under it, set to rule all the islands. But the god of war had already seen him. In a dream, the one who would move the stone no man could move. So the god gave the master one task: build me a king. And the master would spend his life keeping that promise. They met on the cliffs, the old warrior and the young one, and unseen between them, the war god came to watch. It began with the spear, the weapon that would one day make him legend. Then the stance, the base, the bend of the knee. For everything a warrior becomes begins from the ground. And the god of war said nothing. He only watched and waited.
In the beginning, the ocean won. The spear cut him again and again. But before the sun, he carried stone. And when he had nothing left, he fell. But the god of war was beginning to watch. He ran the floor of the sea where there was no air. He found his will. The wave that flattened him, he learned to rise against. He planted his feet, and the ocean could no longer move him. And the night he rose one more time, the god began to believe. Now the sea bent to him. And the stone he threw like a pebble. Then the master showed him the way of the spear. And the boy was a natural. Until the day the student reached the master's throat. And the master approved. Then he taught him to breathe, to still his mind, until the two worlds touched. And he opened his eyes. Somewhere else. The realm of the war god. Snatcher of islands. And before that power, the warrior was nothing. Not yet. So the master taught him the old art lua. He moved like water now. Still, every lesson left its mark. He learned to take a dozen spears from the sky. And the god of war cheered. Soon the student stood equal to the master. He had become something the islands had never seen. And on that day,
They called him the warrior.
The gateway to a kingdom lay open, and he came to take it. He struck Maui first, its great chief gone, its guard left thin. At Kaupō, they stormed the shore, and met a force far greater than their own wave after wave of them. Led by a champion who had never tasted defeat. And the enemy came on like a rising tide, swallowing the ground before them. They could not win this day. The master knew it first. So he sent his men back to the canoes. Fall back now, and fight another day. And he stayed behind one man in the pass, ready to give his life so the others could keep theirs. But out on the water, the student turned, and his heart stopped. His teacher was not among them, and he went back for the man who made him. The first spear found the master's leg. He gritted his teeth, and he did not fall. There was no turning back now. One man against an entire army, wounded, alone, and still he would not break. A spear kissed the student's face. He never slowed. Nothing on this earth would keep him from his teacher's side. And then, back to back, the way he was taught, master and student, as one, neither of them alone anymore, surrounded on every side. The master took another and fell to one knee. But the student would not let them have him. They bled, they held, neither would leave the other behind. And nothing under that sky would stop him. He lifted his teacher in his arms and carried him through the storm. The master had nothing left to give rest now. The student whispered, "I got this. You taught me well." And he turned to face them all, alone. The champion raised his hand. His army held this one. He won it for himself.
Why? One did.
Just the two of them now. The undefeated and the unproven. One warrior, one champion, no turning back. And the man they doubted put the champion in the dirt, then the stone he trained his whole life to lift. He threw like a pebble and sealed the past behind them. The old master braced to meet his end. With nothing left but his will, he would not go quietly. But it was the student who came for him, his very first battle. He spent saving the life of the man who gave him everything. And the god of war watched it all and wanted more.
When the war god turned and walked away, the master understood. He realized his journey was over. Ku had no longer needed him. On his deathbed, the master passed the god of war to his student. The master's watch was over. Kamehameha's was just beginning. And in the dream, Ku showed him what was to come. The islands were to unite as one,
and that would take war. Ku still hungered for blood.
Imua, follow me! There is no turning back!
He led them into the valley, and the rivers ran red, to the cliffs of the Pali, where the last of them broke. And one by one, the islands fell under one chief, the prophecy fulfilled. His mana burned brighter than any before him, and the god of war looked on in awe.
Older now, wiser now, a king who had carried both war and the weight of a kingdom. The war god drew close and exchanged the sacred breath, the Ha, and in that moment, they saw themselves in one another.
Ku did not want to let go, but Lono called him home. Better a warrior in a flower garden than a gardener on a field of war. And the king crossed over,
earning his place among the gods. And there, in the soft rain, he found his teacher again. War had shaped him, but here, at last, there was peace.
Eola Kamo.